Welcome to the Big Five, Step 5. A job? What? That's right. Step 5 in the Big Five is to obtain a job or have a responsibility outside of school. You mean I need to do all of the above and have a job? Well, let's take a closer look. If you do all of the above with fidelity, and I mean the way I describe it, then this one you can choose to do a responsibility outside of school and document. The way you document is by keeping logs of the work you do. For instance, if you babysit your siblings after school 3 days a week, keep track of that on a log. Then have your parents or your guardian initial weekly next to the logs you complete. This shows consistency and responsibility. If you have a job, it's a little easier to document because your employer can simply sign a letter verifying your average dates and hours of employment. He or she can verify that you work an average of 8 to 10 hours per week. Try to stick to the weekends and not on weekdays so you can study and practice. But he or she can document that for X amount of months or years. Working for the same employer for 1 to 4 years shows your commitment and dedication. If you tend to move around from job to job or get fired, that does not look well on your resume. Speaking of resume, you'll want to limit the amount of jobs you have so you do not look inconsistent and all over the place. If you can spend some time searching for a job you really want rather than taking the first thing that's available, then there's a higher likelihood that you'll stay with that job. Working provides you with an opportunity to experience what having a job means and what kinds of decisions you have to make when you have obligations to work. Another option for you, rather than having a job, is to start a business or another business venture. I work with students all the time who start YouTube channels, create music, start clothing lines, and do many other things. You do not have to work a formal job, but you can opt for something more creative that highlights your unique talents. Be creative, but be responsible. If you had your choice, would you work a job or start a business? Where would you work? Or what business would you start? Be sure to follow us at Reach Consulting and tell Coach Amy all about it.